Well, here we are again for another edition of Trash Talk. We really appreciate you coming and visiting with us every week on Tuesday mornings at 8 o'clock. A new Trash Talk brought to you by the Patriot Sandwich Company of Denton, Texas. Greatest place in the world for sandwiches. But I was just thinking about the fact that we're on every week. We have been on for well past a half a year.
I know, it's
We have done
wild.
more than 30 episodes already, and we're definitely on a roll. We love the support that we're getting from all of you. We love getting the feedback. And even though recently Brandon got banned in 4 countries, where people, we want to apologize to our friends in those countries that aren't watching this now, because thanks to Brandon, they've been banned from watching us.
Oh, I know. That was, you know what? That was I felt bad, but that was the greatest email I got. I felt like I made it.
Whether it's good or bad, you got recognized.
I got recognized. So sorry to all my friends in North Korea that can't listen to me now.
North Korea. What was it? North Korea, Cuba, Syria,
Iran.
and Iran. So we're really sorry, folks, but
What do?
maybe you can find a way to bootleg or hack into us to catch our shows. And we're going to keep this up because there's more countries that we want to get banned from.
I'm sure Russia will. I can piss off Russia. There's got to be some other countries that I could just frustrate.
But anyway, we've also been reminiscing and we've been talking about kids.
Yeah.
Not only kids like Luke, Brandon's son, who is the cutest kid in the world. And by the way, I'll throw a shameless plug out there. If you really want to have some fun, catch Luke and Dada's movie review every week. They review some movies, and I gotta tell you, they are the new Siskel and Ebert of movie reviews, and they are short and concise too. But
yeah,
I was thinking about not watching what Brandon does with Luke and all, but it kind of reminiscing of going back in the days when we were all young and some of the stupid stuff we used to follow and do, and it was always a lot of fun. Movies were always one of the mainstays, and you got the movie reviews. So not only do you watch your genres of movies and all, but now you sit and go through Luke's movies.
So many movies, we at least one a night, before bedtime. I mean, I don't think that there's a night that we don't watch a movie unless he gets in trouble.
I thought this was just once a week. Every night you guys watch.
Well, we do a movie review once a week, but every night we watch. Sometimes we watch the same movie though. Like he can watch, and I do that with some of my movies too. We can watch the same one, but typically every night before bed there's a process. I wind them down, shut the lights off. We put a movie on. We don't make it through the whole thing. And then he goes to bed, but yeah, a new movie is once a week, guaranteed, whatever. But man, when we were kids, movies had such an impact on us,
Oh, they were everything. I mean, when I was young, I was going to be a cowboy because Westerns were the big thing. I mean, every week, at least every week, there was one Western that was showing in one of the movie theaters. So we all wanted to be cowboys. Then we went through that genre of the cop shows.
Yeah.
And then everybody wanted to be an undercover inspector or agent or something. Then you got through the James Bond era. Oh man, we all wanted to have an Aston Martin, and we all wanted to have daggers in our shoes.
I still want that.
I still want that. But
well, you talked about cop shows, and when I was younger, I was a huge Miami Vice fan, huge. And shockingly, that used to come on Friday nights, and that would be like 8, 9 o'clock. and it was not geared towards kids by any means.
Right.
I watched it, of course, and I used to dress up like that. I mean, it was back at that time, anyways. But I remember going to church with my hot pink T-shirt on, and I had my white
And
jacket with my
shades.
sleeves rolled up. Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
was Don Johnson. I mean, that's who I was.
And about the same time, then you had Magnum PI.
Yep.
And I don't remember, but I think one of the Law and Order special unit shows or something started. Now there's like 20 of them.
Yeah, I thought though that was the first Law and Order back during that time, right?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
and I don't remember the spinoff. Now I can't keep. There's Law and Order Frisco.
Yeah, and then there's Law and Order LA, and there's one New Orleans, and all these different even, and then now the latest seems to be the superhero thing.
Yeah.
That today for like Luke's generation, that's a throwback to what we had back with Superman and Batman and all those movies that came out decades ago.
Well, I remember Superman. I mean, gosh, Christopher Reeves, and I mean, even the show before that, the old black and white show. But when Christopher Reeves was Superman, that was unreal. It's still, to me, he's a phenomenal Superman. That was a big deal. And then when they finally got away from the Batman cheesy show, they got into when Michael Keaton became Batman. I was in 5th grade when Michael Keaton was Batman. And I remember going to the movie theater with my dad. My mom was pregnant with my sister at the time. And we were at the movie theater. And I was like, this is it. Like, I liked Batman in the comic books, but now seeing him on the big screen, I was blown away. I was just like, this is amazing. And it was such a big deal. It was huge to go be able to see your heroes on the big screen. And I'm sure it's that way now for kids. But I think things are a little bit different too, not just the movies. I remember going like on road trips. This one really sticks out. And we would go to McDonald's, because we're driving to Florida or wherever the heck else we're going. And I remember going to McDonald's, and it was a special treat. Like to be able to go on like we didn't get McDonald's on a regular basis. We didn't just go get McDonald's. I typically had to be on vacation to go get it. And I was so excited to get the Happy Meal and the cool toy in there. And I don't think kids nowadays don't even care about that McDonald's. They can get it all the time,
Yeah. And when I was a kid, it was Cracker Jacks. Get Cracker Jacks because there was always something inside the box of Cracker Jacks. That was a staple. If you went to the movies on a Saturday when I was growing up, you had all kinds of other penny candy and stuff, but you always had a box of Cracker Jacks because you never knew what was going to be inside there. And then we went through that whole time with cereal boxes.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what cereal it was, what the cereal was in the box. It was what the toy was or what the insert.
The prize. Yeah. I remember, and you know what? They were cool toys too. I remember getting cereal boxes that had little EPs, little records on the back of them. And it would have some songs and stuff like that, or Wheaties would come out with a different, Michael Jordan was on the Wheaties box, and then you get a Michael Jordan basketball card inside. Like,
right.
I can tell you right now, because I typically eat cereal, not a lot, but I go the healthy route on cereal, as healthy as I can. With Luke, I'll get him some special stuff sometimes. There's no toys in there. There's no. They have something on the back, or you got to order it. You got to get like 15 UPC codes to order a stupid T-shirt that doesn't fit,
That's right. You got save the box tops.
Yes.
Put them in an envelope and mail them in order to get something. Yeah. I don't know what it was. Maybe they thought that way back when they used to put comic books inside the cereal box and all that, somehow the comic books were going to contaminate the cereal.
I think they just got cheap, man. I think they got cheap and they jacked up the prices on cereal and said, forget these toys. But
That's
but
right.
then
Yeah,
again,
or you can buy the box of cereal for $1 or for $5 with a toy.
yeah, now you're paying for the toy. But they
Yeah,
used to
which
have all
costs,
kinds of stuff. Like, remember like Bazooka Joe gum? The Bazooka Joe comic books and all that, there's little comic strips. You'd
well,
open
when
up
you
the
bought trading cards, baseball trading cards, football trading cards, whatever, going back even those Western heroes, superhero trading cards, always with bubble gum inside of it.
always, oh, it's horrible bubble gum too, but
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
it was
It would,
awful.
it would break your teeth, and then you'd have to go to the dentist. I think it was the American Dental Association that came out with those trading cards with the bubble gum inside.
It was so bad. Oh, you know what? I just sold recently on I think it was 5 Miles or OfferUp. I had all the Desert Storm trading cards. So
Really?
back in, yeah, which how funny is that? That we had Desert Storm trading. Yeah, I had General Schwarzkopf and I just sold all of them recently.
Well, look at the GI Joe. I mean that goes back to my era after World War II, and then GI Joe, and now you can go out and spend a small fortune on all the extra stuff for GI Joe. You got to get his Jeep, and you got to get his now all-terrain vehicles. You
Oh,
got
it's
all the
well,
weapons.
and the toys, you know what, too? Like, so Transformers was a big one when I was a kid. And
Oh yes.
I love Transformers. Luke is starting to get into the robots and watch the cartoons, the old cartoons with me from like the 80s and 90s. But Transformers used to be metal. You know, they were made. Now they're like hard plastic, and they charge you double the price. They're
Right.
not the same, like, at all.
And it's another thing. The toys came out, and then there was the spin-off movies,
Yeah.
Transformers, and you still have some animated movies where the characters will transform into something else.
Well, and it was it just felt special to me. Like, I remember everything just felt like a big deal. And I maybe because I'm not a kid, now I don't know. But my
Wait,
observations,
wait a minute. You're not a kid. Come on,
I
come
know,
on, come on.
right? I know I
Yeah,
walk around wearing clothes like I'm some teenager still, but
yeah, yeah. I know you got that T-shirt that says "I'm Luke's Dada."
but I like I look at my observation, and again, I don't know. I'll find out with Luke when he gets older, but it just seems like the younger, like they just don't get excited over stuff anymore, like it's all about the cell phones and the technology. It's not about like the new toy coming out, like they get to that certain age and it's younger than it was back in the day, and they just don't care anymore. They're like, I don't care about this toy. I don't
Well,
know, maybe it's just me, but
no, it's all about the iPad. You know,
yeah.
the iPad and the games. I mean, think about it. Today, the kids sit with this little, 8x10 a screen and all, and they're shooting aliens and all that kind of stuff. We used to walk out the back door and go down the block to the empty lot, and we would shoot aliens all day long.
Absolutely.
Yeah, with our little guns and pistols that we had made out of carved 2x4s.
I remember going on adventures when I was a kid. I get my backpack, and this one when we were living, I don't know where we were living, but and I remember walking around like by myself, walking through a field, following a creek, and I was just on my own adventure, like looking for something. I playing like Indiana Jones or playing Army. Now it's like I see little kids outside, but I don't hear about it. Now I take Luke. Luke and I are outside all the time. We always do outside stuff. And we go on adventures. Like we'll play, he likes to play zombies or he'll chase me, and it's big. I have a tablet for him, but he doesn't get to use it. I don't give it to him, except for on road trips or something like that.
you know, we just talk about the evolution of things. You know, the scooter goes back to my day. You know, two wheels with a little platform in between, and you spend all day just you know, taking one foot on the scooter, the other foot on the pavement to you know, accelerate you up and down the hills and all around the. Now you see the kids and they still got scooters, but they're motorized. So you know what kind of exercise effect is that? And I got news for you. Those damn little scooters out there. I live in a neighborhood that's got a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit, and sometimes I've been blown off of a path by some kid doing about 50 on one of those motorized scooters.
Oh man, they're fast and they're not cheap either. So like now you took the exercise part out of it and you just got these lazy kids just zipping around. Like, give me a break. Like, I don't know. Kids are they got bicycles now. They got bikes right now that have, you can put your iPhone on the or phone on the bike and play music through the bike. Like it's got its own little speakers on it. And I'm like, what? Like I had to sit there and pedal and I couldn't listen to music unless I had my Walkman with the cassette tape in there.
Right.
Now you got like
you know, and then not only that, but now they're going up and down the street on those bikes and all with the music blaring. And if you're trying to take a nap, all of a sudden some goes by and you hear this boom, 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 boom. You look out the window and you think it's some guy in a souped up pickup truck or something, and it's a kid on a bicycle.
yeah, it's some 9-year-old bumping Post Malone while I'm trying to take a freaking
Yeah,
nap.
yeah, on a Harman Kardon stereo system on his bicycle.
Guy's got a better system than I got in my car. Stupid kid, you know? Well, and then we had the big thing too, and I don't know, I don't see any parents care about this these days. Man, you had two things. You better be home when those street lights came on. If those street lights came on, you get your butt home, pulling in the driveway. And when we moved, we didn't have street lights because we moved to this subdivision that was just like getting bigger, you know?
Right.
So my parents would tell me when it starts to get dark, like the minute it starts to get dark, you better pull your butt in the house. I mean, you better do it. Nowadays, I go to take the trash out at night and I see kids just zipping down the street. I'm like, the heck?
Yeah. I got kids in my neighborhood that are playing basketball at 10 o'clock at night with no lights on. It's dark out there, but you still hear this dribble, 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 dribble.
Hey, you know what? At least they're playing basketball. At
Well,
least they're
that's true.
doing, you know.
While the other kids are sitting on the couch playing basketball on their iPad.
Yeah, or they're bowling on their iPad with their thumb or their finger. Hey, I'm bowling. Hey, I got an idea. Let's go bowling. You know.
Right. That's funny. They, you know, and the music genre too. I mean, I remember in our day we'd put on the Walkman and listen to Boys to Men, and you could listen to the music, you could listen to the lyrics, and all. And now all it is bang, 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 bang.
Well, it's so weird, and that's probably another great show to talk about. But the music. I'm not, it's not because I'm 42. Like I still listen. There's some modern stuff out there like that's come out that I like. But the problem is the majority of it, there's no substance to it. It's all just beats and the same old nonsense. Like it's ridiculous. They're not saying anything. There's no message and they're not saying it.
No, and it's got two verses, you know. It's got two verses and a chorus. They start with the chorus, they play the verse, they play the chorus, then they play the verse, and then they repeat the chorus like 12 times until they fade out.
Well, and it's like, what's considered rock nowadays? Come on. It's almost like rock and roll is dead. It's not dead, but it's almost like that because the modern era of rock and roll is garbage. It's garbage. It's a bunch of whiny babies that are just upset about the fact that their mama told them no one time.
And back in my day, we had, like Bob Dylan, when he wrote a song, it had like 22 verses. And it just went on and on and on.
You had to take a day off school just to listen to the song.
Well, and when I started out in radio, one of my favorite songs, because back then most songs were between about 2.5 to 2:45. That seemed to be the limit. If you go back to the Motown songs,
Oh,
so those ran
fast.
around 2.5 minutes. That was kind of the norm. But I remember In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida by the Iron Butterfly,
Oh my God.
the first songs that ran about 8 to 10 minutes. And when I was on the radio in college, I at least every few hours, I would put on In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, because that gave me enough time to run to the bathroom, go to the vending machine, get something to eat and drink, and come back into the studio before it was time to spin the next record. True story, folks.
Or go ahead and just follow it up with Freebird.
Right. Yeah.
You're right, though. I mean, the songs like Motown in particular, you got songs that are 1:45, like done, over.
Yep.
Nowadays you got a song that goes for 3 minutes and they said 2 words.
That's right. Yeah. It started with about a minute intro, and then about a minute worth of singing, and then a long musical outro.
That's it. That was it. Yeah. It was, I mean, I know things change in advance. I get it. I understand that. But I don't think that all of the change is happening is a great thing. I think that we, as parents, as grandparents, as leaders, I think we have to look at the kids, and we kind of got to pull them out of it. Like, we can't just let our cell phones and our tablets and social media like run our kids' lives. We got to get them back out in the streets, get them falling and busting their face open once or twice, things like that.
You're absolutely right. And also the trends. I mean, kids get into something and 6 months later it's old school and they don't want to have anything to do with it. I remember when my grandson was growing up, he was into dinosaurs, Jurassic Park, everything was dinosaurs. Then all of a sudden, all the dinosaurs went into big plastic bins when he got into Star Wars. And then it was all the Star Wars figures and all that good stuff. Now it's into Minecraft and all.
Yeah.
So there's no more Star Wars anymore. The evolution of the things that our kids are interested in, it's like you run out and they got to have everything that goes along with that. They got to have every Star Wars toy. Then all of a sudden, I don't want Star Wars anymore. And
yeah, I think, and I know that happens a lot. I mean, it happened with me as a child, but I feel like it's happening faster. And I think part of that, in my opinion, has to do with the technology, because everything is so in your face that the minute something new happens, it's like, bam, change the channel. I mean, think about it. These kids can go to 15 streaming services and find whatever they want to watch whenever. They can change the video game at the drop of a dime. We couldn't do that back in the day. If something wasn't on TV, we had to find something else to do. We couldn't just search. And so I think that has something to do with it.
And for us, it's cell phones. Good Lord.
Yeah.
You get yourself a cell phone, the iPhone 6, perfectly good phone. Next year, it's the 7, 8. Now we're up to what? 12?
12, yeah.
13, and you always got to keep trading up. Hey, one thing's consistent, Patriot Sandwich Company.
It's true. That's a true fact.
They're consistent. You go in and you get yourself a Pogie sandwich this week, and you go back next week, it's going to be the same great sandwich.
Yeah.
And thanks to David Jordan and his staff over there for sponsoring this show and for making great food over there in Denton, Texas. And also the extension of that too is also helping our veterans with his nonprofit, We Got Your Six.
That's the biggest thing for me. I mean, the food is phenomenal. So, but the great thing is how he's connected all of that to really help the veterans. We Got Your Six and support the community. It's nice to see somebody local. It's nice to see a veteran really come and with his story and give back. And I think that that's great. So I'll say it again. Look, go out to Patriot Sandwich Company, give them a shout out, let them know we sent you so you can get that free drink. But besides the free stuff, just give them a shout out, give them your business and give them the opportunity to show you what they have to offer.
You got it. You got it. I'm going to head over there now, and we'll catch you right here again next week for another edition of Trash Talk.
See you guys.